Jeremiah, a 16-year-old black teenager, had recently moved with his family to a predominantly white neighborhood, hoping for a fresh start and a better life. However, what was meant to be a new beginning quickly turned into a battlefield. Almost immediately, Jeremiah became the target of relentless bullying from Cooper, the son of Sheriff Lincoln. The racial prejudice that ran deep in the community left Jeremiah friendless and his family ostracized, making every day a struggle for acceptance and peace. One afternoon, as Jeremiah was walking home from school with a few of his black friends, he noticed an elderly neighbor, Mrs. Penelope, struggling to reach a broken ceiling light with her cane. His heart ached to see her struggling like that. Despite his friend's cautious warnings, "Don't do it, Jeremiah. This neighborhood doesn't like black people. It's best to stay out of trouble." He felt compelled to help. Little did he know, his attempt at kindness would soon spiral into something far darker. Jeremiah's family remained under the suffocating grip of the neighborhood's silent oppression, which had consumed what once felt like a hopeful future. Late one evening, while Jeremiah was walking alone, his mind heavy with despair, he passed by a dimly lit alley. He heard laughter and the shattering of glass, and curiosity drew him closer. In the shadows, he saw Cooper and his friends. Cooper, with a triumphant smirk, was tossing a piece of jewelry in the air, flaunting it to his friends. Jeremiah recognized it instantly. It was Mrs. Penelope's stolen jewelry. His blood ran cold as he overheard Cooper's boastful voice, dripping with malice. "I hate Jeremiah just because he's black. I want his family out of this neighborhood for good." The realization struck Jeremiah like a punch to the gut. Cooper had framed him, stealing the jewelry and setting him up to drive his family out. Fury boiled up within Jeremiah. Unable to contain himself, he lunged at Cooper, landing a punch that sent the jewelry clattering to the ground. A vicious brawl erupted between the two, scattering Cooper's friends in fear. The noise of their fight soon drew the attention of neighbors, and the wailing of police sirens grew louder in the distance. Within moments, Sheriff Lincoln appeared, his face twisted with rage as he took in the scene of his son under attack. "How dare you hit my son?" he roared, advancing toward Jeremiah. "I'll make sure you spend your future behind bars." As he moved to arrest Jeremiah, Jeremiah's parents, alerted by the sirens, rushed to the scene. They pleaded with the officers to hear their son out. Trembling but determined, Jeremiah shouted, "Cooper stole the jewelry. Please, you have to believe me." The crowd, however, was unforgiving, casting suspicious glances his way. In a moment of unexpected courage, Leonardo, a skinny white boy who had been part of Cooper's group, stepped forward. His voice shaking, he said, "It was Cooper who stole Mrs. Penelope's jewelry. He's been bullying and threatening us all." A tense silence fell over the crowd as Sheriff Lincoln's face paled. Reluctantly, he ordered an investigation, which soon confirmed the truth. The fingerprint analysis revealed no prints from Jeremiah, only Cooper's. As the truth emerged like a beacon, the neighborhood began to confront their own prejudices and mistakes. Jeremiah's family's reputation was cleared, and they were slowly welcomed back into the community. Jobs were restored, and life began to regain some normalcy. In stark contrast, the Cooper family faced the community's rejection, and Sheriff Lincoln, disgraced by his son's crimes, was dismissed from his position. Eventually, they were forced to leave. Though scarred by the ordeal, Jeremiah found solace in the justice that had been served. The community's gradual recognition of their error and the resilience he and his family had shown transformed their nightmare into a hard-won victory.